Okay, you already know about the direct object. We talked about that. We said that the direct object answers the question what or who. She told what? A story. Now, the difference between a direct object and an indirect object is the indirect object actually gives us more information about the direct object. I guess that's why we call it an indirect object. So in cases where you see a construction like this, she told the children a story, it can be a little confusing. Well, where's the direct object, and then what is that thing in between? She told what? She told a story. When you know what the direct object is, you can ask another question. She told a story to whom? She told a story to the children. So now we know that the indirect object is the children. It is not a direct object. Think of it this way. I can actually switch the order of those final two elements around. I can say, she told a story to the children. If I can rearrange the components of the sentence in this way, then I also know that the children is the indirect object. So let's look at that in a couple more examples. Sally fed the goose a muffin. Sally fed what? Sally fed a muffin. Sally fed a muffin to whom? To the goose. So a muffin is the direct object, goose is the indirect object. And we can switch those around. We could say Sally fed a muffin to the goose. And that's a dead giveaway that goose is the indirect object. I'll show you a couple more examples. See, he sent you an invitation. He sent what? An invitation. Invitation is the direct object. He sent an invitation to whom? To you. And again, we could do that little trick I showed you earlier. He sent an invitation to you. Now we know invitation is the direct object, you is the indirect object. I never gave Calvin the book. I never gave what? I never gave the book. Book is our direct object. I never gave the book to whom? To Calvin. Calvin is our indirect object. I am going to post another video about the indirect object, and the person in that video explains it pretty much the same way as I do, but I think you should watch that video just to help give you a little bit more experience with the idea and a few more examples.